Welcome to 21 the podcast where we sit back, chat, and play blackjack. But this ain't the casino, so the rules are a little bit different. There's no insurance, splitting, doubling down, surrendering, and blackjack only pays 1 to 1. Each guest starts off with 5 chips. That equals 5 points. And for one lucky viewer who puts their Venmo in the comments below, those points that the guest loses to me, the dealer, turn into cold hard cash into your Venmo account. So make sure you leave that below. Today's guest is one of my good friends, rapper, realtor, investor, God Riko. Now on today's episode, we talk about spirituality amongst a lot of other things. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to 21 the podcast. And without further ado, my name is Drew, and let's see who gets closer to 21. Take your time. We have all the time in the world, Riko. I'm happy you're doing what you're doing. You know what? Fuck the clapper. Happy New Year's to everybody. Riko's finally ready to get the clapper.
Let's go, bitch.
I'll take that from you, bro. Happy New Year's, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of 21 the podcast. Got my good friend
21.
Riko here. Riko, you know how this thing goes because we've already actually recorded an episode.
It's really take two.
Yeah, it's really take two. So go ahead and cut this deck for me.
Let's see. Ooh.
That was a nice cut.
Ooh.
What in the fuck is that?
Shit. Cut, bro.
I guess this one?
Whichever way you want to put it back together, man.
This one? Can you slide those a little bit closer to me? Thanks. So Riko, since we've actually been sitting here talking for about an hour already, we're going to go ahead and play the first hand. Conserve some time.
Bring it to me, baby.
You know how to play 21 or blackjack, right?
Yes, I do.
All right, put one of those red chips up there for me. It's going to be your first point up. I'm going to deal you some cards. King of spades out the gates.
I'm liking how I'm looking.
And then a 2 of diamonds. So you're looking at 12, and I'm showing a jack of hearts. What are you going to do, brother?
Hit me.
Ooh. And a solid bust. I'm looking at 16, so I'm good. Give me that red chip right there.
I would have lost regardless.
So, Riko, one of the things that we were actually talking about outside, let me see those cards already, please, sir. Thank you. Was climate change and climate crisis. Could you explain to me how you were explaining outside why you think climate change is real?
Why I know climate change is
Why you know climate change is real. And could you sit up, please?
Yeah,
Jesus.
man. Damn, shit. Fuck, I feel like I'm back at school.
Bro, don't forget, we're not doing wicks on this bitch, bro. Them hoes just burn for fucking ever and make the whole set just fucking smoky.
You done bitching?
Yeah, I'm done bitching, bro.
All right, cool. Well, young grasshopper, I know for a fact climate change is real. All right, yeah, climate crisis, whatever the fuck they want to call it these days.
But do you think it's a climate crisis? Don't call it a climate crisis if you don't think it's a crisis.
Yeah, I think it's a crisis, but it's a bunch of crises.
I.e.?
Healthcare crisis. There's fucking wage inadequacy crisis, wealth gap crisis. It's all kinds of crisis. It's just the climate change is one of the ones that ain't no way around it, bro. We're either gonna fucking get our shit together and make more harmonious energy, or fucking just run this bitch into the ground. And honestly, I think it'll just rid itself of us before it runs it. So we run it to the ground, yeah.
So
as it's done in the past.
Right. And well, when you say that, well, what do you mean? Like when has it done it in the past?
The Noah's flood or whatever. All the there's countless ancient civilizations that all have tales of the earth either flooding or having a big ass ice age
You believe in dinosaurs?
Yeah.
How do you think they went?
The same way fucking prehistoric man went. Like, it's just, there's cycles and there's phases of Earth.
So you don't think there was a meteorite that hit the Earth and just...
There could have been. I don't ever concern myself with the specifics of what exactly happened. I just kind of get the sense of what's plausible or what could have happened. And if there's ancient cave drawings that are hundreds of thousands of years old that shows man walking dinosaurs or walking next to dinosaurs and shit. And if you go outside now in Florida and see a big ass alligator sitting in the swamp, it's not too far-fetched to be able to conceive, okay, there's probably a million years ago, there was probably a big ass version of you running around this motherfucker, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put a pin in that because you did mention one thing about cave drawings and stuff like that, and I want to get into something else with you, but we need to play one more hand real quick. Go ahead and put one of those red chips up there. Showing a 10 of spades.
Daddy need a pair of new shoes, man.
Well, you're not doing so good. Okay, there we go. 8 of spades. You're looking at 18.
Yeah, I'm good.
And I'm showing an 8.
I'm good,
You going to stay right there? All right, and I got a 5 of diamonds, so I'm showing 13. I'm going to hit again. I'm showing 16. 21.
Hey, man.
Bro,
hey, stop
you
camera,
cut
bro.
the deck.
Fuck
you
all
cut
this
the
shit,
deck
bro.
5 times, bro.
You pull a card from a different hand.
Times, bro.
That boy Drew got a special
Let me see those cards, bro.
Fuck this shit.
So, when you mention like cave drawings and stuff like that, man, one thing I know about you is you're you're into you're a pretty spiritual guy. You're into crystals. You're into multiple crystals because you're soon to be baby's mom. How would you say it?
My lady. You know
lady.
What I'm saying? My lady.
Her name is Crystal.
My lady with my baby.
So you like crystals just all around the board. I used to go into Riko's house, man, and he would just have YouTube playing. Literally the craziest shit you could fucking think, just the conspiracy theories. And then one day, I walk in there and he's watching the shit on the Coral Castle. Now, you're gonna have to look up the Coral Castle because I can't explain everything right now. But basically, this guy created this whole stone structure by himself off of energy and all this bullshit.
He had technology too, but the tools that he used was like people don't know how the fuck he used it. And really, I think it was a bunch of magnets together, because magnetic technology is one of the more ancient technologies.
Right.
We just haven't mastered magnetics yet, or remastered magnetics how we have in the past. And so, breaking the field of gravity, quote unquote, is how a lot of the mysterious ancient megalithic structures that were built.
So that's what I was going to ask you. How do you feel the pyramids were built?
I think a mixture between magnetic and sound technology, which would change the physical structure of the stones at least long enough to where they can be malleable.
Change the physical structure of the stones. Like you have a brick right here, and you're changing the physical structure of it to what?
To damn near like floating clay dough. Which I know it may seem far-fetched because you've never probably experienced it.
Have you?
What?
I've seen a solid form change.
Ice.
Besides ice
to water.
Besides ice to fucking water. Like an actual fucking stone. Like, have you seen a stone besides like taking a fucking mallet to, like, have you seen a stone turn into water?
If you heat anything up enough, it's gonna change its
solid point. That's a
physical
solid point. And you know, the more I think about it, maybe you're right. But
there's with sound technology, you can literally change the molecular structure of something long enough to almost relocate it in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of ancient technologies that we don't really have the grasp of because it's been so long. It's been removed from our historical knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, over the past hundreds of thousands of years, probably, and only a select group has always passed the knowledge down or been in control of the knowledge, at least to where that's not the norm technology. Like, we could have been had electric cars 100 years ago, you know, and we could have had free energy when Tesla was alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's the technology that actually gets to the mainstream and implemented is chosen and
from the
delegated
people that have the knowledge,
from the people that
or
have
been
the
passed,
technology.
Yeah,
you know.
Right.
Excuse me.
Riko, put down one more chip, man. We're gonna keep going a little bit deeper.
Let's go, man. Let's get
King of Spades.
All right, let's see what kind of mischief you done.
And a 5 of diamonds. And I'm showing a Queen of Spades.
Let's see, 15. I think I got one more. You know what? I'm gonna go with my opposite instinct, and I'm gonna stay.
Either way, you would have lost, buddy. Hey, man, I'm telling you, you cut the deck 5 times.
You see this shit? Y'all see this shit?
So, let me see those cards from you, bro.
Man, I'm done. Fuck this shit. You see why I don't go to Vegas, bro? That's exactly why I don't gamble.
So,
I'll buy stocks, goddammit.
when you, man, quit lighting this fucking wick and sitting all the way back, bro. There's a way we do this here.
Hey, look.
Okay, so you mentioned, the people that have the knowledge are the ones that are able to, almost control the mainstream idea of how things are done.
That's with anything.
And so, since you are so spiritual and you're just dropping ashes on the felt, bro.
On what?
Yeah, you dropped an ash on the felt. I'm not. Is there a fucking burn over there? I'll flip this fucking table.
There's nothing there, bro.
All right. Anyways, so you being so spiritual, do you? What are your beliefs?
As far as what?
As far as God, religion.
As far as God?
Let's say religion. Let's not say God. Let's say religion.
What's the difference?
Religion
Personally, is just man's idea of God imposed in a structural manner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, there's a big difference between God and religion.
Yeah. So I'm a Christian. I was raised Baptist. But I also believe that most religions.
What makes you a Christian?
Just my upbringing. I'm not saying I'm a good Christian or anything like that.
I don't care whether you're.
It's just
I'd
my
rather
belief
you be a
system.
good person than a good Christian.
I agree with that as well. Could I define Christianity right now? No. But I just think it's kind of.
Would you say the only reason you're a Christian is because it was the only tool of either a higher sense of self or some type of spiritual sense that was given to you growing up?
In a sense, growing up. But that actually brings me back to my first point, is I really think that religion is misleading. Almost in any religion is extremely misleading on your quest to find
spirituality.
God and spirituality. Yes,
I 100% agree.
So I mean,
I don't
God
say
is
that's
real
for everybody, because some people actually achieve spirituality through religion.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, the way that religion and the messages that damn near any religion is taught to the people, it is it's almost a secondary type of knowledge or instruction on how to have a prosperous and full life.
Right.
It's not actually telling them, hey, you're God. The only connection that you'll ever have with God is through you.
Right.
And you can create, and if you choose to, you can destroy. You can give life like I'm about to do, or my lady is about to do, or you can, if you choose to, take life. You are the God that this mysterious religion, or this religion mysteriously tries to create that image, or that, you know what I'm saying? That idea of there's no mystery God.
Yeah.
The only God there's nobody in the sky, no white bearded man looking down at you like, okay, yep, he's about to trip in 2 seconds. You know, okay, I stopped him from getting hit by that car though. Nah, it's You are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul. Whichever direction you choose to go is the direction in which you'll flow. But
hey man, either be smoking or be passing, bro. Like what the fuck?
yeah.
No, but with that, let me see that ashtray, please. But with that, why God Riko?
Cause I try to show people, and people think that it's like blasphemous and shit sometimes, but I'm never gonna be ashamed of embodying that God in me,
Right.
or the God that I am.
Mm-hmm.
If I demand you to respect me as such, and even more so, if I'm giving you that respect, because I don't just think I'm the only guy. I think we're all gods and goddesses. And when I look at people like he's a god, or I look at a woman like she's a goddess, I'm way more likely to treat him or her in a certain light,
such, yeah.
as opposed to, it's just some thought. It's just some,
Peasant.
Yeah, you know, some
right.
fuck boy, some thought. It's nah. Fuck all that day-to-day shit. What's your spirit, though? You know what I'm saying? What is your soul? And that's what I try to bring out of people. Or just really, that's the part of people that I like to acknowledge and interact with.
Yeah. Well, Riko, we're gonna get on a lighter subject, bro. Put one red chip out there. Man, you're not looking too good with 2 chips over there.
Hey, man.
Got a 5 of spades. Ooh.
I like coming from the back.
That's what she said.
Or coming from behind.
8. Or coming, period. So, you got 8, bro. What are you looking at doing?
Hit me, man.
2. All right, there we go. So now you got 10.
I'll take another one.
Ooh. And now you're at 20.
Now I'm a chill. I told you, man. Don't call it a comeback, baby.
And we got to push.
Bro, fuck this shit, man. Hell nah. Y'all see this shit? Ain't no way.
So at least you get to keep your chip for right now, bro. So let me see those cards from you real quick.
Man, if this ain't the biggest
So
bullshit.
Riko, bro, even though you're pissed right now, I want to say I really appreciate you coming through, man, being the first episode on 21 the podcast.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the invite. Me and Drew go back, man.
Yeah,
my homie.
So me and Riko actually met at a studio that I was working at a little whiles back.
That is how we met, huh?
That's how we met.
For the long I couldn't remember how the fuck I met you.
Well, you were walking into the studio and you had a Kappa backpack on, and I called you out on the Kappa shit because my brother's a Kappa. Both my brothers are Kappa, and then we just clicked from there. I'm not like, we've worked on projects here and there. We made music together. Just recently shot one of Riko's music videos, Chill Ass Day.
Chill Ass Day. Y'all go watch that shit right now, goddamn it.
Yeah, we'll
pause this video, right, open a new tab, watch that bitch and resume this motherfucker.
There we go. That's exactly what you need to do. Now, the one thing today I loved about Riko, but most of the time, is Riko is extremely late on everything he fucking does, man. And like, I will literally, I'll just be sitting there pissed the fuck off. Yeah, tell us what you've been doing. I'm not
ever late, all right? I've never been late a day in my life. However, I do show up right on time a lot of times.
I don't know if that's the case, man.
Right on time.
Listen, we're not gonna get into the reason.
You out, and they be like, man, fuck it, nah, let's just.
Bro, that's literally where I'm at every time. It's like, you know what? I fucking quit.
Boom, right then, it's, hey man, I got a blunt.
Yeah, and he always shows up with weed. So it's like, well, what am I gonna do?
You know what? Hey man, fuck it, bro. I'm glad you came, man. You know what, bro? You came right on time because I was about to go somewhere.
Granted. So
I had to plug in my locating service too real quick. Right on time locating anywhere in Texas. Hit your boy up, man. I'll give you some money for moving.
Is that what it's called? Right on time locating? That's pretty cool. That actually makes sense. So what else are you working on right now?
Man, I'm getting back to the Smoking Partners podcast. We're getting that up and running fully. Trying to do it a little bit more professional, but keep it real organic and authentic. So that, knocking out some music videos. I got some shit that I recorded. I'm dropping another tape soon. I was supposed to drop it before the end of the year, but with the little one on the way, bro. A lot of shit get put on hold. He due in a couple weeks, so once he drop, you know, healthy delivery, healthy postpartum, all that stuff, then I'm back on it, bro. Rocking and rolling.
Bro, by the time this releases, you might actually be a father already.
Hey, yeah, man. Little third, bro. I love you, man.
That's fucking live as shit, bro. Is there anything that worries you a bit about fatherhood?
Just the world.
Yeah.
You know, you can control your influence on your child, but you can't control the world's influence on them. And I don't want to have them in a bubble or nothing. I just want to make sure that I instill all of the necessary characteristics and strengths that I can possibly instill in them for him to be prepared to deal with this beautiful world.
Yeah.
But very I'd say a specific motive depending on, you know, what you're tuned into type world.
Yeah.
So if you're one of the people that's really doing good, unfortunately you'll have a target on your back. If you're one of those people that you are invoking too much positive change, you'll have a target on your back. And so you have to be able to just have the wherewithal to maneuver throughout the world. And when I say target on your back, I don't mean like somebody
like a literal target. It's just
it's
just how things manifest itself against stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of evil powers at work. Period. You know, in this world.
There's just as many positive, if not more positive powers. So I always like to. I don't like to just, you know, harbor on what could happen and shit, because I operate off of what I want to happen and what I manifest to happen.
Right.
But just if I'm worried about anything, that'd be the only thing. What I'm excited about though is everything.
Yeah.
To deal with, you know, like just everything that comes.
And you're having a boy, right?
Yeah. Little me. So it's almost like when people say, "I wish I could go back with what I know now." Shit, if you have a kid, you can.
What's funny is you called him a little you, but you're like 4'4". What is it, 4'5"?
I'm 6'3".
All right, Riko, we need to play one more hand. We're starting to run out of time here.
Let's do it.
We got a 6 of diamonds and a queen of hearts, and I'm showing a king.
Let's see.
16 is the worst hand to me, man. I hate 16.
Hit me, man.
Ooh, and a 2. Now we're looking at 18.
I'll chill here.
Riko, what's your funniest weed story, bro, in 2 minutes?
Funniest weed story was whenever I was too scared to smoke weed, and me, my homegirl, Clinique. Was Clinique there? I think Clinique was there. Christelle and Sade. I had some best friends that were all girls in high school. We smoked that legal weed.
Oh, shit. Like the spice and the K2.
I think it was salvia or...
Oh, not salvia, bro.
Bro.
Salvia was the worst of all that shit.
I will never, ever, ever smoke legal weed in my life again. I don't understand how legal weed is legal. That synthetic weed, that is the devil.
Well, it's not legal anymore. Now it's illegal. But the way that they do it is they change like at least to my knowledge, when I was still understanding how it was working, they were basically changing one ingredient each time they released in order to keep up with or bypass the laws and circumvent everything. So they were just literally, bro, half of that shit was acetone and fucking like nail polish remover and fucking I can't remember the fucking herbs they were putting in there to make it look all leafy and shit. But man, that shit was literally where I'm from, bro, Freeport and the surrounding areas. Like when you work around a lot of chemical plants, you're getting fucking hair follicles and shit. Like, you know, and you see a way that you can get high, like people get, man, and the town got bad off on that shit, bro.
I don't understand how. I mean, I understand how they made that legal and weed illegal because weed solves problems and that creates it. But that just goes to show you what kind of fucked up ass state the legal system is in, to where shit like that has been legal, but we're barely decriminalizing smoking plants.
And see, we should have got to this sooner. Riko, we got 3 minutes left. Put your last hand up there. So far, one lucky viewer that puts their Venmo in the comments below is winning a little bit of Riko's money. Oh, and he's showing a jack of clubs.
Not yet, goddammit. Not yet.
A jack of clubs. And then a jack of spades. So we're looking at 20 against an ace. You staying?
Yeah, I'm staying.
All right, man. I'm looking at either 17 or 7. Now I'm looking at 13. And I got 20, so we push. Let's play one more hand. I'm gonna go double with you right now. I'm gonna go double or nothing with you right now. You ready for that?
Let's do it.
All right. Ooh, that's a good sign. Oh, and Riko got Blackjack. I'm showing 19. Let's see if I can match him, and I bust. So Riko, this is the second time you've gone double or nothing. That's kind of ridiculous that you've lost nothing here. So Riko, tell the people where they can find you, some of your work, and on social media and whatnot.
God Riko, GODRIKO, on all streaming platforms. You can find your boy, iTunes, Spotify, whatever the fuck. The chill ass day is on there with your boy Drew. GODR, the #1 KO on Instagram if you want to just tap into my daily, cause shit, I be kind of interested sometimes. I be chilling most of the time. But I will put you on some stocks and all kinds of random ass shit. So if you follow my page, it's easy to stumble on some bread, man.
So that's one thing I hope for this podcast is to be interesting sometimes. And bro, you're gonna be coming back. Is that correct?
Oh shit! Whenever I hit up,
That's all.
I'll
That's
be
all I
here,
need to
man.
hear. Well, everybody, I'd like to wish y'all a happy New
You
Year's
gotta
from
come to the
myself.
smoking partners now.
Oh, you already know, bro. From myself and God Riko, happy New Year's. Thank you for tuning in to 21.
Go
and I'll
Texans.
see y'all next week.
We going to the shoot.
Man, fuck the Texans, bro. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode of 21. Now, if the conversation seemed a little slow today, don't worry, because that's going to speed up quite shortly. I'm going to be releasing these every Wednesday from now all through 2020. Now, at the end of January, we have a super secret special guest that you're not going to want to miss. So again, thank you guys for tuning in to 21 The Podcast. Make sure you go to 21thepodcast.com, click on subscribe, click on follow, and if you're feeling generous, make sure you click on that donate button as well. Until next time, my name is Drew, and I'll see you again on 21 The Podcast.